What is up, guys? It's your boy Directsun here, bringing you back another NBA video. We're currently on a daily streak of uploading on YouTube NBA videos, and I'm getting a lot of support on the videos, so I'm going to keep on doing them. Please, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It is really helpful. People have gained a lot of value from it, advice, and do like my content and the way I make my videos. So, guys, keep on subscribing so we can keep on growing, and I can put out more content, more paid content, and more of my super researched models, and I can give you guys that, and being able to put that on a paid software or website such as Patreon. So guys, keep on subscribing. Let's grow this content, and once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a paid content, which will even give you a better advantage in contests. So right now, we're sticking to these lineups, and we're covering the November the 10th Sunday slate, which is 7 games. And if you don't know me, my name is Directsun. I do cover daily fantasy sports only in the NBA and NFL regions. So let's get into this video. Before we start, I usually do my top tier plays, my mid-range plays, and then my value plays. So let's start off my main plays, my top tier plays, and that's going to be starting off with LeBron James. With Toronto going to LA banged up, LeBron James just is an absolutely great spot. I don't think anyone on this team can defend him. Pascal Siakam can't, especially if he's running more of the point guard duties. I don't think anyone on this team can stop LeBron James, and he's just going to have his way. I think Marc Gasol, and that's why I'm shifting away from AD, is because I think Marc Gasol is pretty good in the post area, and I think he can be able to hinder AD, and not like, I don't think AD's going to explode. Maybe he'll go for 50 points, but I don't think AD's going to explode. LeBron James is just in a great spot, and he's been on fire recent. Look at that, except for his 39 points, but that wasn't a blow. Actually, that wasn't just a low-scoring game in general. He's gotten 69 points, 62, 92, so you know his ceiling, you know his floor. LeBron James is actually a great spot, especially versus people Michael will own, because he's not owned that much. I mean, because Toronto's known to be a good defensive team. So I do like LeBron James in this area. Another top tier I'm going to go with is in that same game, because I feel like this game is going to be just a great stacking game, and that is going to be Pascal Siakam. With the injuries to Kyle Lowry and Serge Ibaka, the usage for Pascal Siakam is just going to go way up, especially not with Serge Ibaka being out, but with Kyle Lowry being out 2 weeks. Pascal Siakam should see a huge bump in usage. He should be the main ball handler, main scorer, the main rebounder out there, and most people would go with Van Vliet, but I feel like Van Vliet's just has a tough matchup. He's gonna go against some good defenders, and being most likely Avery Bradley. Not too sure though, but Pascal Siakam just seems like a fine play at 9,400, which I think he should be priced to the high 9K or to the 10,000s at this point, but you're just going to see much more production, even from scoring 44 points last time out. He's just going to have major production, especially if this game comes is close throughout the game. I feel like there's just a huge scoring for Siakam and LeBron James. I'm also going to go with a value play, just because there's people out on Toronto. There's a really good value play, especially if he's going to be inserted into the starting lineup, which I think he will be, is going to be Norman Powell. Norman Powell is a value play. He's only at 4,000, but what he's done on the bench with limited playing time, he's produced 25 points, 25 here, playing almost 30 minutes. So when he gets the minutes, he produces, and especially if it's in a starting role, this guy can score points, get rebounds, and get that odd assist here and there. Norman Powell is a great value play for me, and I'm going to lock him into my lineup. Don't mind Norman Powell at this value. So another player that we're going to go with for my value play is going to be in the utility role, and that is going to be Kyle Kuzma. I think this is a great spot for Kyle Kuzma, especially since if the game turns to be more in the favor of LA near the end, for like say in the fourth quarter, I do think Kyle Kuzma is going to get a lot of run. I feel like he's just getting his legs under him, and he's starting to produce. He did have a bad game last game, but I think he's really going to start producing for this Lakers team, and coming off the bench, and he's going to be valuable playing once again 25 minutes, it's just going to go up. He's been getting more minutes constantly, and I feel like his role in this Lakers offense is just going to be way more. This is not Kyle Kuzma numbers. He's going to get better, and I do think that it's going to start here in Toronto, or in LA versus Toronto. Kyle Kuzma's a fine play at only 4,300, and it was one of my top value plays of the night on the slate. And another value play I'm going to go with is Samson for Indy. With Lamb out, Miles Turner out, Samson should get a lot of run. He's been getting a lot of run and has been able to produce right here. 29 points, only 24 minutes. He does get mid 25, so 25 minutes to 30 minutes is what you're going to expect out of Samson, and he's a fine point producer. His ceiling is obviously going to be like 30 to 35 points, and he's going to get you that 20-point mark. He always has a risk of getting below 20 points, which is always the risk with value plays, but he does have a starting role with the Indian Pacers and gets the minutes, and that's what you want to see out of your value play. So I don't mind inserting him to my lineup to get to these top guys. So now we're going to go towards my mid-range plays. So we covered top tier, we covered value. Now we're going to go to my mid-range plays, and I do not mind in the center role. We're going to go with Julius Randle, and he's in a good spot versus Cleveland. Look, both of these teams are trash, absolutely garbage. Cleveland being, I think, a little bit of the better team, but this should be like a high-paced game, high total. Both defenses are trash. Julius Randle with no Mitchell Robinson, I think that's his name. With him out, he should be getting more of the center duties, getting more of the reboundings. So I feel he can have a big game here, especially he's a consistent guy. He can get you that 30 to 40 point game that you're looking for, but also can dud for like 27 points, but doesn't have too low of a floor. So I do like his potential and ceiling in this game versus Cleveland, going against those Kevin Loves and Tristan Thompsons. So I really don't mind him in this spot. Another player that I'm going to go with is at guard, and that is going to be Josh Richardson. With Simmons being out for I guess a couple more games, I think Richardson's just in a good spot versus Charlotte. Charlotte's really can't cover point guards. Is one of the worst in the league at covering the point guard. Josh Richardson is a great play. I think he has the ceiling of getting you that 40-point game that you want, and it will consistently get you 30. I think he can get you 30 to 35 points in this one, especially if he's got his shot on. He's a great defender. He gets you those assists. So playing more of the point guard duties and going to get more minutes. He obviously gets the minutes, 36, 38, 35, 32. So he's consistent with the minutes. And honestly, he can go for a big game here. And I really like him at this spot and should be relatively owned in this slate. And I do like Josh Richardson a lot. So he's one of my top plays in this slate. And then for my last pick at utility, it is going to be Joe Harris for the Brooklyn Nets. And yeah, it's kind of strange that I'm going with this guy. He's kind of a guy that's not really talked about a lot, but can be. When last year, when he had his shot going, he scored a lot of points. And with how fast Brooklyn plays and how Phoenix plays, this should be a high-scoring game. And if Joe Harris has his shot on, if he's shooting threes and he's getting buckets, he's gonna put up a high 30s to low 30s. That's what he can do. He hasn't really exploded this year yet, and we're still waiting on that game. And the game here versus Phoenix, I say he can. I've been just waiting on this guy constantly, waiting for that big game, so I keep on inserting him into my lineups whenever he's available, because he last year was in a lot of winning lineups. So I'm just waiting for Joe Harris to break out and have that 20-point in-game points, and just being like getting you 40 to 50 points in fantasy. Probably not to 50, but in the 40 range is very likely for him. He hasn't done it this year, but I do expect him to try and get close to that in this one, in a good matchup versus Phoenix, and I don't mind him inserting into my utility role. So guys, these are my top tier picks, which I do find LeBron being one of the most important picks on the slate, along with Josh Richardson and Joe Harris, and being able to go with some Toronto players that there's a lot of value in that Toronto lineup depending on who starts. I think it's going to be Norman Powell, and I do think he's in a great spot, and Siakam's also in a great spot. Just all the usage is just going to go to him. So guys, this is my lineup. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you find any value from this, please go like the video and go subscribe, guys. We've gained 30 subscribers in the last two to 3 weeks. I enjoy making these videos for you guys, and if you guys have any like advice or advice about my channel and how I do my videos, or have any advice about your own lineups, go comment down below, and I will surely get back to you as soon as possible, and usually get to you quick. I know I haven't released an NFL video, which I usually do, but I just haven't had time to do it. I might post a Monday night showdown slate. If you guys are interested in that, I will have that up. And this is my video. This is my YouTube video. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Directsun logging off. Peace, guys.